There are actually a few options for querying in Hibernate that we can choose from. And often, you'll find that combining these different methods of querying by using the strengths of each where it is best suited is often the best approach. Our first option is to use the HQL or JPA-QL APIs. These APIs allow us to query Hibernate using a syntax that's very similar to SQL. It's so similar that you might not even realize that there's any difference than regular SQL unless you look closely. In this course, we'll be covering HQL, as HQL and JPA-QL are very similar, but since HQL is Hibernate specific and JPA-QL will work with any JPA compatible ORM, by learning HQL, you'll be pretty close to learning JPA-QL as well. And since we are using the Hibernate APIs already and not JPA, there really isn't any advantage in using JPA-QL. The second option, which we'll also cover in this module, is to use the Hibernate Criteria API. This API is a much more object-oriented approach to querying Hibernate, but it makes it much easier to programmatically write queries, as we'll discuss a little later. Finally, we can use the Hibernate APIs to execute native SQL, but we won't be covering this querying option in this module since this is more of a special case and not a recommended approach. We will talk about native SQL in the next module though, because occasionally it will be useful.